Welcome back, babes, to Ellimacs SFX makeup tutorials and the Kingdom of Atlantica, which Ursula now rules. I am super proud of this. You know, this was a devil's spear for $7 and this was like $2. So this tutorial you don't want to miss out on, because this is the most epic props we've ever made. Keep on watching.
This tutorial requires intermediate skills, takes about, a little over an hour to prep, and the application time about 1 hour, depending on how advanced you do the makeup. The money we spent went into a flimsy devil's fork and some cheapo wigs, so not a lot of money in this project at all really. Just use whatever you find around the house to pimp out those props. And speaking of props, let's begin with those earrings. Our little earrings are created with old earrings, with the jewelry removed, and then we use that flat surface and simply glue that to the shell. Ready. Looking pretty awesome. All they need is a little bit of paint. We're gonna fix that. We take these seashells and we spray them purple. Simple as that. And this is a hairspray color. There we go. Switching it up to that nice mullet, cheapo 80s wig. Strap that on our little foam head there. We part the hair as much as it goes, like that. Then we bring out that hair bun and we glue it straight onto the top of that head. Bam. And then we need to get some of that hair out of the way because we have another wig coming. So we take a few lengths and we simply fluff them straight into that bun or donut, if you will. Bobby pin them in place. And then we bring out that extra wig. And there we go. And again, we brutally glue that straight on. We wrap things up tightly. And pull some of it back there to maintain a bit of fluffiness. And then it's teasing time, backcombing all of that hair into one big fluffy mess. And applying a bit of hairspray there as we go along. And then we bobby pin that whole bird's nest onto that bun. And we also bring up some hair from the original wig there into that nice little bird's nest. Then we break out some water-based white spray color and spray that whole hair white. Then we try on the tiara and our earrings, and that looks nice. But let's create some of those props, right? So we've got ourselves this devil's fork, but we need to convert it into a proper looking trident. So we cut those two spikes off on the edge there and just glue them a bit further down on that handle to give it the right kind of look. Because we want that center one to stick up a little bit longer. And to give the whole thing some texture, we're gonna bring out a very weird looking thing here. It's actually clay made of tiny little balls. Yep, as you can see, it's got some sort of grainy texture there. Not sure what the proper English name for that is. Anyways, we glue that on and we stretch that out to add additional texture to that handle. You can of course use any kind of, anything you want really to glue that on. You can probably use just sand or whatever to give it some nice extra texture, and we apply that down the shaft and up on the spikes as well. And then you can add anything you like, little crystals, stones, seashells, whatever you like. We actually went to
barnacles, recycled barnacles from dead Ariel.
This is probably from the Kraken.
Yeah. We made them for the Kraken, but we also use them in Ariel. Don't know what you are or why I'm using you, but I like. Vi pratar alltså om att det här är arabiskt godis jag köpte i Amman när jag gick i andra året gymnasiet.
Yeah, that's Ellie talking in Swedish, actually saying that those transparent thingies there is actually candy she bought in Amman when she was there, like in high school or whatever. Wild.
Super flimsy $1 tiaras.
Indeed, turning cheapo tiaras into awesome props. So we take this headband, put it on our foam head, and then add additional glue. Glue the tiara to the headband. And then we decorate using seashells, candy, some awesome spikes, and whatever we find. We also turn to that weirdo clay thingy to match up the texture of the trident. We mash that in there as well. And as usual, there are no rights and wrongs in creating these kinds of things. It's just creativity, so use yours as best as you can. Speaking of colors, we are spraying our trident full gold here with a basic gold color. And as you can see, we have added a little shell there on the tabletop. That is actually going to be used for our necklace later, so it might as well get a little gold on it while we're at it. And yeah, we continue with the tiara. Want that golden as well. And the shout goes to Caffeinated Dreamer. Check these amazing creations out. This is truly, truly epic artwork, so don't forget to show some love. Yeah, drinking as well. Anyways, let's hide those brows, starting off with a glue stick. The polar caps are melting. In Swedish is Polarisen smälter. And with a round of powder in place, we head to the concealer. It's got the opposite tones of our brows and the glue there, so yeah. Instead of purple darky, it's brighty orangey. And some foundation. Get that in place, and then we have hidden those good enough for what's to come. And what's to come, of course, is purple and white colors in a mad mix, starting with the whites all over the place, or at least all over those places that needs to have highlight later on, and reversed for the purples, of course, where we want that nice shade later on. So we blend them together, and then we go in with additional white to really boost that contrast. Set it with powder. There we go. And then we go on. Ursula Brow time. Not much to say here, really. Find a good reference of those brows. Get that brush working. Define those lines a little bit there. Going in with the white. And that's blue time. Eyeshadow bonanza, and there's a lot of blending going on here, so take your time and fluff that out. Get nice smooth edges. Darker tones there. Nice transition. If you want to know more about Ellie's life, head on over to her personal Instagram and join in. And for that added power, of course, we need darkness and black. Give those eyes a real good punch. And and a dash of details with that eyeliner before we head to those lashes, and a little mascara before we put on the falsies. Now let's boost that color work with additional shading. So we define the shapes of our face with additional darkness and bright light. And there we go with the highlighting as well. And if you want to know what I'm up to when I'm not doing the voiceovers here, check out my Instagram, Max Moser. And of course, we need some shimmering shine on those cheekbones. And there you go. Yay! Red pow on those lips. True to Ursula's look. Glossy, glossy. Oh, we need a mousse as well. On the side there. Yes. Ah, looking good. Yeah, a little more blue punch there on those cheekbones. Yep. Looking good. Now it's time for the wig. That hair do or bird's nest, whatever you want to call it. Looks kind of cool though. Get that on there. Get the tiara in place, and soon you're starting to look the part. Those fabulous earrings. Indeed. But of course, we need the rest of the body purple as well. And again, it's the same process. Where you have the shadows, you want darker tones. And where you have the highlights, you want the lighter tones. So go ahead, get that paint in place. And we need some extra white details there to pop, to give it that nice little cartoony edge. And then Ellie changed her mind about the lips, so she went in, added a bit of darkness on the sides there, and faded that onto the red for a more interesting look. This time, simply take a piece of thread or fake leather or whatever you have. We had some fake leather, so we just simply, put it on there. Strapped it on the neck, and you are looking like Ursula. And you are ready. Fantastic. A lot of glam, a lot of awesome props, earrings, tiaras, and that trident. We think this came out pretty cool, even if it's not a bloody monster. Go ahead, tell us in the comments what you think about this, and the next video will be up at the end of the month, and it will be related to a Netflix series actually. How about that? Guess which one?